C3. This one's called C3. It stands for character, competence, and chemistry. Character, competence, and chemistry. This is not original. A lot of these hyperglyphs I've borrowed and adapted and reworked from a lot of other sources, so this one's not unique. Character, competence, and chemistry. This one is especially useful when you are looking to hire, or when you're looking to put somebody in a position of influence, or even when you're just looking for somebody to be friends with, or maybe a spouse. These 3 C's are critical, and in that order. Characters first. Who is the person on the inside? Let's use the scenario you're hiring somebody for a job. Looking for their character, finding ways to determine who they are when nobody's looking, their track record of decision making, their ethics and values, the way they treat people, whether they're brave or timid, whether they're honest or deceitful, whether they're hardworking or lazy, whether they're serving or selfish. Those kinds of character traits are not easily changed. So it's really important to find somebody of character. That's the foundational thing that we're looking for. The second one is competence. Competence is about what they can do. Character is who they are. Competence is about what they can do. So every job has certain things that need to be done. Can this person do that job well? If you're hiring for an administrative professional, do they know the software that needs to be done? Do they have skill with a set of tools that you'll need them to be using? Are they good with relating to people? Are they organized? Those kinds of competence factors are important to look for. Not as important as character. You rarely can develop someone's character, but you can much more easily take a person of character and help them learn the competencies necessary. And the third one is chemistry. This is important not to neglect. You might find someone who has strong character, who's very competent, but for whatever reason, they just don't fit in that particular setting. Maybe they don't seem to interact well with the other team members. Maybe there's just a cultural difference in terms of how the culture runs. I'm not talking about intercultural and diversity. Those things are great to bring in. That actually enhances a culture. But for whatever reason, the chemistry is just not right, and you can foresee if you added this person onto the team, it would probably disrupt the whole flow and maybe even create more problems than it solved. Funny enough, this also really applies to seeking a spouse. First, often people look for a spouse simply in terms of chemistry. Oh man, there's fireworks, there's passion, we get along so well, they're attractive. That's chemistry. That's important, but it's third. It's not essential. It's not the essential. The first one is looking for a person of character, because you're going to live with that person's character for a very long time. And the chemistry will come and go. Character remains consistent. The second one is competence. Does the person have the communication skills or some of the other skills necessary? Can they provide, or can they laugh, or whatever other competencies you think is important? And then the third one, which is important, it's chemistry, but it has to be built on the other two. Character, competence, and chemistry, C3.